Hello there guys, and welcome to the highest rated Premier League side for FIFA 18, which is going to be playable, and I thought it would be an awesome idea to show you the ones that have just missed out on a starting 11 spot, so you can understand my voting, what I've given them, and what I've given those that did in fact make it. And if you want to see a version of this for Liga 1, Serie A, Bundesliga, then drop a like on the video because this took me all night to edit. I did enjoy it though, and I think it's turned out really well. So leave a like. If you're needing game codes or anything game related, head over to gswear.com. Use that code Fuji for cashback on every single order, and let's head into the highest rated Premier League side. So we are using the 3 at the back formation because a lot of you will know that centre backs are rated higher than fullbacks. Well, most of the time, obviously it depends on who you're looking at and who you're comparing them to. We need a goalkeeper though. Who is the highest rated Premier League goalkeeper in FIFA 18? It's got to be David De Gea. Overall, he is the best keeper in the league. That's my personal opinion. The 2 players though, the 2 goalkeepers that just missed out, we have Courtois. On FIFA 17, his rating, I think they jumped the gun a little bit. 89 was very high. Good keeper though. Last season he performed well. Wasn't really tested too much, but when he was asked upon to make some saves, he did that very well. I think 89 is a perfect rating for him. I don't think he should go up to 90. With Lloris, I don't understand why he should be a lower rating to Courtois. For me, personally, they are on the same level. So Lloris has gone up +1 to 89. All fantastic keepers, but the one that takes it for me has to be De Gea. Moving up to that right centre-back position, we are dropping in the best overall centre-back last season for me. It is Alderweireld from Spurs. 86 overall is what I've given him, and based on the way he played last season, you could even argue an 87, but it's not really going to change the fact that he wouldn't make our starting 11 for today's video. The way he plays in real life, reads the game well, strong tackles, but that doesn't really represent him that well on FIFA. No one wants slow defenders, and that's the problem. So they need to give him some awesome stats for FIFA 18, but he makes our starting 11. So Vincent Kompany has tied Alderweireld for that #1 spot, 86 overall, so there's no upgrade, no downgrade to his card. I'm all for downgrading players which are 88, 89 that haven't been playing to really maintain that high overall. With Vincent Kompany though, when he's fit, he's arguably the best centre back in the league. So his card, 86, isn't even that high, and towards the end of the season he came back and he finished it off well, and this season he is fit, so I don't think there is any real need to downgrade his card. So Vincent Kompany, you're in the starting 11, 86 overall. We need to finish off the back 3, dropping in the last centre back. It's got to be Azpilicueta, 85 overall. Now if we take a look at some of the alternatives, one being David Luiz, who is the same rating, it all depends on which one you would rather use. For me, in a 3 at the back formation, Azpilicueta takes it, but I have given David Luiz an upgrade. You've got other players in there that have been changing their ratings. Koscielny, I'm going to give a slight downgrade from 85 to 84. Otamendi already received a winter downgrade, so I'm not going to touch him. Bailly, he's going up to 84, and you've also got Vertonghen in there as well. So those are the 3 that make my highest rated Premier League side. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comment section, but we've got to move over to the midfield. I'm not a huge fan of Paul Pogba, but I'm one to admit that he doesn't deserve a downgrade. I know a lot of people are asking for an 87, which I think is a little bit ridiculous based on how and where he played last season. He was in that deeper role, so he couldn't really show those attacking capabilities. This season, they brought in Matic to allow him to play more of an advanced and free roam role, and you can already see the difference. So Pogba, I think he deserves an 88 overall card, and maybe potentially a winter upgrade if he can continue with this form. So he makes the starting 11. Partnering Pogba in that centre mid position, we do have Kevin De Bruyne, who absolutely destroyed it for Man City last season. He could even get a 90 rated card, but in terms of what I've given other players, I don't think he's a +2 over David Silva. In my opinion, he is overall the better player, but not a +2. I think +1 is more than enough. So 89 overall for De Bruyne, and he's in that centre mid position. So if Mane gets positioned to the left, which is how Liverpool are setting out their team right now, him on the left, Salah on the right, then this man is going to take that right mid position. Last season he was magical, really was his breakthrough year, scored a load of goals and was very effective. Now coming to the Premier League, you can already see the difference in Liverpool's side. their attack at pace on counters, I'm a little bit worried. So Salah, he's going to get an 84 rated card for FIFA 18 and he makes the starting 11. So I'm sure a lot of you will know who we're going to be placing in that left mid position. There is only one man for the spot, Eden Hazard. On FIFA 17, he was an 88, he got upgraded to 89, and I'm going to go one step further and give him a 90 overall card for the best winger in the Premier League, without a shadow of a doubt. A couple of seasons ago, we were like, where is Hazard? What is he doing? I just don't think he was wanting to play for the manager, which is understandable with what happened at Chelsea. He is back though, and he's absolutely killing it. So 90 overall for Hazard, and looking at the other players that have just missed out, if Mane, like I mentioned with Salah, if he gets released as a left winger, then Salah is going to be the highest rated right mid, or joint highest rated with Bernardo Silva. In the Liga 1, yes, he played well, was one of the better players, but coming to the Premier League, I think an 84 to start off with. If he can continue that form, then an 85 win to upgrade is fine. I've actually dropped down Willian. I posted this out on Twitter yesterday. I was wanting to gauge your response as well, and a lot of people were saying an 84 just to balance out his rating. Like 85 seems to be a little bit too high. He played well though, he came off the bench and made an impact, so it's not that he played that bad, it's just because we're needing to balance out the ratings. And another player in there is Coutinho, 88 overall, so he's not going to be able to knock Hazard off that left mid position. So those are the wingers. Let's finish off with that cam. Dropping in the genius, David Silva. Last season, I don't believe that he got the headlines that he deserved. He played very well for City. He keeps them ticking. He's got brilliant vision, and without him and without De Bruyne, you could really tell. So I would say that an 88 rated card is fine. I've given him a +1, so he makes our starting 11. Some of the other cards that have missed out though, Mesut Ozil, he's got to be dropped to an 88. Well, I don't even know if he deserves an 88. I think this season is going to be make or break really. If he goes missing again in those big games, it's not good enough. On form, he's one of the best in the league. When he's not on form, which is 80 to 90% of the time, is that really worth an 88 or 89 rated card? I don't personally think so, but 88, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. This season, he has to prove himself, and we've got N'Golo Kante that I've given 86. Fabregas is a bit of a weird one because he came off the bench and made an impact for Chelsea, but has he really done enough to be given an 87? I think that maybe is a little bit too high. 86, let me know your opinions on that. But who makes the starting 11? It's got to be David Silva. Finishing off the team with the two strikers, the first one has to be Alexis Sanchez. Unbelievable season. He started as a left winger, got a position change to that striker role and tore it up. 89 overall is what I'm giving him, and personally I thought Arsenal were going to get rid to Man City, which would have made sense because he's out of contract after this season, and with or without him it's going to be rough. With all the drama around Arsenal, it's not nice to see. I don't think it's going to change until either new management comes in or new ownership. It's not being run properly, and even if you do support a rival club, it's never nice to see a club being run like that. So I don't know what they're going to do. They needed to bring in signings. Arsenal are an absolute mess right now, so yeah, unfortunate to see, but Alexis Sanchez, he still makes the starting 11. The last man to complete the team, it's got to be Sergio Aguero. Wow, he didn't even finish all of his games. He got injured, suspended, and he managed 33 goals, which is mental. Fair play to him, and I think an 89 overall card is probably about right. If you're basically judging the two strikers on how well they played, I think Sanchez and Aguero are on the same level right now, but you could argue that he should receive a 90, which is fair enough, but it's not going to change who we've put in those striker positions. Some of the other players that did miss out, you've got Harry Kane that I gave an 88, Lacazette 86, Diego Costa 87, he was linked with Atletico Madrid, that broke down before the window, and I think the last one is Ibra that I wanted to speak about, because he's getting old, 35, EA are going to downgrade him. Now last season he was effective for Man United, but he wasn't outstanding. He missed a lot of important chances, and I think a 90 overall is stupid. He isn't the best performing striker in the league, so I think an 88 will balance it out, so it will allow Sanchez and Aguero to be the highest rated attackers in the Prem. Do you agree with that? Let me know in the comment section any players that you would change, and if you want to see more of this, I'll do the Serie A, the Bundesliga. Just drop a like, support the video, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks ever so much for watching. Team out. Peace.